Hey guys, welcome to Lingua Marina, the channel where you improve your English weekly with my tips and phrases that we're learning together. And today, we're gonna talk about replacing thank you.
But why?
Thank you is this amazing phrase that we use over and over again all the time.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
And when we use it too often, it just makes our speech a little boring because there are so many great alternatives, and we're gonna learn about them right now. The first phrase that a lot of Americans use, especially girls, I would say, it's not really gender-related phrase, but I tend to hear it more from girls. Oh my God, this is so sweet. So for example, I made coffee for someone, or I got a little Christmas gift for someone and I'm giving it, and the person be like, oh, this is so sweet.
Oh my God, this is so sweet.
Even if he or she doesn't say thank you, I already see that they're grateful and they like my gift.
Honey, this is so sweet.
Another phrase that you can say is, oh, you shouldn't have. When I first heard this phrase, I was listening to Britney Spears' Oops, I Did It Again, and there was this guy who's giving her a ring, and she says, oh, you shouldn't have.
Well, baby, I went down and got it for you.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
And I was like, what does she mean? So back then I couldn't Google, so I just wrote down that phrase. It was 1999 or something like that. She was, by the way, one of my first favorite singers, and I learned a lot of English from her songs, but she was also really confusing with all of those phrases, because I was like, what did she mean? And my teacher at school couldn't answer that. But now we have all of the videos and now we have YouTube, so we know the meaning of all the phrases. So basically, the whole phrase would sound like, oh my God, you shouldn't have bought this ring for me. It's too expensive or whatever. But because it is obvious from the context what just happened, she got a very expensive ring, she just shortened this phrase to, oh, you shouldn't have. And you can use this phrase when, you didn't expect someone to make something for you. You came home and your husband cleaned the whole apartment and you're like, oh, you shouldn't have.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Or somebody gave you a very exclusive, beautiful, expensive gift and you're like, oh, you shouldn't have. It doesn't mean that you're asking that person to bring this gift back to the store. No, this is your way of showing appreciation, and this is your way of saying thank you.
You shouldn't have.
In situations when you want to highlight that you appreciate somebody's help so much that you want to give back, you can say, I owe you one. That means I have to do something for you in return.
I owe you one.
Okay, quick example. You forgot a book at home and your friend gave his book to you during the class and you're like, I owe you one. That means you're gonna help them later in the future, and it also means thank you. Or another way to phrase it, I owe you a favor. So you can ask me for something later. Thank you so much.
So please, I'll owe you a huge favor.
There's a similar phrase, but it has a slightly different meaning. The phrase sounds like, I owe you big time. That means, I owe you a lot. You just basically saved my life. I owe you big time.
I owe you big time.
The sponsor of today's video is PDF Element, which is all-in-one solution to work with your PDF files. It offers the easiest way to create, edit, convert, annotate, sign PDF files on any device. It is one of the best Acrobat alternatives to maximize your document productivity. Let me just show you how I use PDF Element to work with my PDFs. For example, here's my workbook. I open it with PDF Element. Here it is right here. So it has a lot of different features that you can use for studying, for designing documents, for filling in different forms. For example, it has this feature that's called OCR text recognition. That means that, for example, if you want to recognize text from this file, you determine the language, you tell the app which pages you want to scan, and then it's performing an OCR, which basically it extracts text from images. Or for example, if you have a document that needs to be converted to PDF, you can use PDF Element. You just open it with PDF Element, you save it as PDF, ready. It also allows you to work with forms where you can just fill things in, and it also allows you to edit text in PDFs. So here I can just delete or Marina or whatever. You can edit the PDF right there. And the last but not the least, you can also sign documents by putting your signature there. Lingua marina. This is a fake signature, of course. And done. And you just put it here. Very convenient. You can download PDF Element to your computer for free. The link will be below. And also, because you're watching this video, you're getting a discount. Take your work with your documents to the next level of productivity. The links are below. Have you ever been in a situation where your day is really boring, you're super tired, you don't know what to do with your life, and then somebody comes and says something, or somebody gives you a gift, or just makes you a small favor, and your day brightens up and everything changes? This is where the phrase, "you made my day," is very suitable. Again, there are so many days when I just sit at home and work and I get tired and bored, and then I open DMs and somebody tells me, "Marina, I just got 115 out of 120 on TOEFL after watching your videos or after taking your course." My reaction would be, "You made my day."
Holy shit, girl, you just made my day.
Again, this means thank you, and this also means that this is the brightest event of this day. It doesn't necessarily mean 100% that this is the brightest thing that happened today. It's just, I want that person to feel like he or she completely changed the narrative of this day. In order to highlight that some help you just got was really, really significant, you can say, "I can't thank you enough." That means no matter how many thank yous I say, that won't be enough. "I owe you big time" is a synonym.
I can't thank you enough.
When you get really surprised, but in a good way, you can say, "I don't know what to say. Oh my God, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much." But again, with this phrase, you gotta be careful with the intonation, because you can say, "I don't know what to say." And then the person who gave your gift or something will be really confused, because this sounds like you don't actually understand what's going on. So again, be very careful with intonation, smile so that people won't confuse your phrase for a different meaning.
I don't know what to say.
"What would I do without you?" is another way to say thank you. Somebody is babysitting my daughter right now while I'm making this video. What would I do without that person? What would I do without you, Mom? Thank you so much for babysitting Emily.
What would I do without you?
Another formal way to respond to a favor or to say thank you is to say, "I really appreciate it," or "I truly appreciate it."
I really appreciate it.
Now let's switch sides. What do you reply to thank you? What do you reply to those smart phrases we just learned? You can say, "It's my pleasure." You know, "No need to thank me. I'm happy that I made you happy."
It's my pleasure.
If you want to say that you did something unselfishly and you're not even expecting something, you can say, "Don't mention it." So for example, you did something for someone, that person replied, "I owe you a favor," and you're like, "No, I didn't do it because I want a favor from you. I did it just because I like you or I love you." So you can say, "Don't mention it." No. It's my pleasure, don't mention it.
I'll mention it.
Or another way you can phrase it, "No need to thank me, it's nothing." This means it didn't take you a lot of effort to help that person.
You don't need to thank me. It's nothing. He's a cool guy.
If you did something together and the person thanked you, and you want to highlight that this is your mutual achievement, you can say, "No, thank you." And again, it's all about intonation. "Thank you, it's your achievement. It is your result that we made this together. Thank you." This is a great way to thank your team. When something great happens in the company, it's very important to highlight the importance of the team. Or when you're doing group project, it's very important to highlight everyone's participation. And if you're leading this group or you're leading company, people can say, "Thank you so much for bringing your company to the next level." Your response would be, "No, thank you guys. You are amazing."
No, thank you.
It's like, on this channel, a couple weeks ago, I hit 100 million views, and a lot of people were like, "Congratulations, thank you so much for producing the content." My response is, "No guys, thank you for watching this content, and thank you for liking this video." Another casual phrase that would highlight that you enjoyed helping someone, "Happy to help."
Happy to help.
And a couple more phrases that you can use. "Anytime" is again, casual phrase, "No need to thank me, anytime."
Anytime.
I use "no worries" a lot. When people thank me, I'm like, "No worries, I enjoyed doing this for you."
No worries.
And the last but not the least, sure thing. This is what I hear a lot, for example, at the supermarket when I approach someone and say, hey, can you please help me find buckwheat? And the person would help me and I would be like, oh my God, thank you so much. And the person would be like, sure thing, that's my job.
Sure thing.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video up to the very end. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And I will see you very soon in my next videos. Bye bye.